Welcome to Top Rope Reality episode 59.
59.
59.
A little over a year.
Kind of. Over a year. A little bit, yes. And of course, I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Cat.
And we want to thank you for joining us this week right here on the YouTube.
1 year and 7 years.
Give or take a week,
yeah. I mean, of course, we've had breaks here and there, but 59 does equal a year.
59 episodes do equal a year
in 7
weeks, yes. So let's get started with some huge news that happened on the WWE Network.
Mega.
Which you can get for $9.99 unless you got it for free in the month of May.
Which if you did get it for free in the month of May when you were able to, you're stupid.
You need one of these. Oh, right
there.
$79.99. Come on.
I didn't sell that one bit. Didn't sell it.
What are you, a teenager or something?
Hi.
But yeah. Come on, for a cup of coffee at Starbucks, you can own the WWE.
That's true.
The network, so.
Yes, a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
It's expensive, yes.
It is. But we want to start out with the unstoppable results. NXT TakeOver. Finn Balor taking on Tyler Breeze.
Again, we give them a big check because it hasn't failed yet.
Nope. Big check mark for the TakeOver specials. This is the NXT's version of In Your House, if you will.
Of course.
Which they've done very well with this. Finn Balor defeated Tyler Breeze. Both had a little extra added entrance.
Yes.
For their stuff. It's like their WrestleManias.
It is.
Because I mean, Finn Balor
This is their paper. This is
he
their
added the little spike looking things on the back, and then he added the new makeup, which is very nice. The eye on the back. Oh my gosh. Somebody said that's the Eye of Balor. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that either.
But that was his
T-shirt.
Right? That was apparently his inspiration for his name. But Tyler Breeze coming out with the women and stuff, that was pretty neat.
He needs to do that every week.
He does.
But maybe he's going to be like Finn Balor and only do the special stuff on the takeovers, which is fine too.
Totally fine.
But it was starting out as a triple threat.
It did.
Until Hideo Itami got hurt. Which they covered that up.
They did cover it up. They made it look like something happened. But
he got attacked in the parking lot.
But here, I'm going to put this out here right now.
Put it out there.
Right here. Right now.
You want me to underline the circle?
Exactly.
Okay,
mark it
down.
down.
I'm marking. We're going to mark it down. I'm going to start and underline it.
Because I think I'm predicting the future right here, right now, on Top Rope Reality, episode 59, part 1. I think I'm predicting the future.
Predict, brother, predict. We're back going back to
last week?
No.
Because here's the thing. They made it too easy.
Oh, they never do it too easy.
They had paparazzi. It was a fan.
I know.
A fan. Turn the footage here. You can have it.
I'm talking
no, that would have been on YouTube. Okay.
And Big Cass.
And all of a sudden.
Whoa, what happened?
What's happening here?
What happened?
Okay, he got hit. Apparently the trunk landed on his arm, whatever, because the trunk was open. I don't know what happened there. Get the suitcase out. He got hit. And then Kevin Owens walks by. Isn't that a shame, is what he said. Everybody, including Corey Graves, Renee Young, Byron Saxton, and Rich Brennan, are all saying, Kevin Owens, he took him out. It's because he's too much of a challenge for him. No, he didn't take him out.
Because you're making too much of a point about it.
Exactly. You made too much of a point about him walking by. He was just coming inside to go to his match.
Yeah, he's thinking about beating Sami Zayn.
Exactly.
He's not thinking about somebody who could be a future number one.
Right. Because if that was the case, why wasn't there attacks on all three guys?
That's true.
Because you know who attacked Hideo Itami? Drum roll! Finn Balor. Finn Balor did it. Finn Balor attacked Itami because Itami's going to come back from injury. Yeah, and they're going to say, well, who attacked you? Who attacked you, Itami? Unless they all forget about it.
Yeah, they could just write it out.
They could just be like, oh, he's back, But if they do it the right way, he comes back and they question him. Well, who did this to you? Regal could come to him and, who did it? And Itami could say, I know.
Maybe he won't know.
Maybe he won't.
Maybe they'll have some
investigation.
Building footage.
Oh,
we got a camera footage.
Some CTV.
Yeah, GTV.
GTV, same play.
And you see a little black and white, and you see somebody attacking. Anybody don't know. I mean, it works.
Either way.
And who we're going to lean toward, because being a skinny guy, Tyler Breeze.
Of course.
Tyler Breeze, of course, Tyler Breeze. Take out one.
He's a heel.
That's what you lean towards. So you start doing that. You have to have a match with Tyler Breeze, because, hey, you took me out.
Right.
I didn't see your face, but I know you took
While
me
he's
out.
facing Tyler Breeze, the real attacker arrives. Because when those takeover specials happen, he's the demon, not the guy from WCW.
No.
Not Del Toro Berg,
No.
however you say his name. But anyway, he comes out, and he's the demon, so he's focused. He's ready to become number one contender. He's already been number one contender before, and it missed it. He didn't get it. He missed the challenge, okay? So now he doesn't want anything in his way. He knows he can beat Tyler Breeze, but can he beat his best friend?
That's right.
Get that best friend out the way, you have a one-on-one opportunity, and you beat the guy, and see, then he's still not going to get a fair shake because Samoa Joe's really the number one contender.
Yeah. But now it makes you wonder. Were they going this way
The whole
with the
time?
attack? Just have a tag you on a couple weeks,
Right.
fake out.
The whole time.
And then it came up because
He was really
right before on the tapes,
Uh-huh.
it kind of led to a little bit of
A little tension between the
A
two
little
of them because he
tension between
attacked.
them.
He accidentally ran right into Finn Balor.
so
Finn Balor was right in his face, and then he gets super kicked. I think they were leading to it the whole
I think they
time.
were leading because why don't you just say he got hurt? Why do a storyline hurt like that?
I think the storyline thing was already set in place. They're like, oh well, we'll just go with it.
Just remember, 8 months from now,
Exactly.
6 to 8 months.
The
I
second
like
match, two feuds into one. They need to do that more often. Charlotte and Bayley defeating Emma and Dana Brooke. I could deal without Dana Brooke, but neither here nor there. Very good, very, very, very good women's tag team match.
Oh yes, they gave him time.
They did give them time. So far, though, the first match has been the match of the night between those two matches.
Yes.
Okay, third match, Baron Corbin, just unstoppable force taking on the Gore Rhino.
Yes.
And we both agreed on this, that Baron Corbin needs the win. And
He
ladies
does.
and gentlemen, Baron Corbin got the win.
And that's a good thing too. Bring in Rhino, Brian Kendrick, bring in Billy Kidman, bring in hey,
He's a little fat now.
who cares? Hey, come on in here. Old names we're gonna use you. You put over our new NXT talent. Put over our
Yup.
younger talent.
It's a
You
good
also
idea.
get, it works.
And they get a paycheck, you know?
And they get a paycheck.
And then the fourth match was the NXT Tag Team Championship match. Blake and Murphy taking on Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. Big Cass.
And like we said,
We said Blake and Murphy was going to win.
said Blake and
They
Murphy
were going
would
to pull out
win.
the win, but
we were just on the girl.
But we knew there was a girl going to be involved.
We knew that girl was going to help Blake and Murphy
We thought
retain the
Carmella
titles.
was going to turn and she was going to help Blake and Murphy, but they said it on commentary. They said, well, Carmella don't want to be the girl for Blake and Murphy, so they went out and got another girl. Hey, it makes sense. There you go.
And a few weeks back, I don't know if you saw or not, she did come around them after they had a little trouble with Cass and
Really?
Enzo Amore in the backstage.
Alexa Bliss came on?
She did, and
There
they
you
got
go.
all three walked off together.
Interesting. But, yeah, they almost had it won.
They did. It was a great match, a great tag team
Great
match.
tag team match back and forth, and they almost had it won. He put Enzo, which I knew that was a mistake anyway when I first saw it.
When Enzo was on,
I knew they were already losing because I saw it after the show had already aired.
Right.
But he was already groggy, and I'm like, he's just throwing him up there like, hey, buddy, have fun up here.
Yeah, get on the top rope where you're all groggy.
And then he noticed that there was a discrepancy outside, and so he ran out there to get Alexa Bliss out of the way. And then, of course, Alexa Bliss goes over there, and she knocks him off of the daggone thing, which he took quite a bump.
He did.
But a guy that has never had any experience for NXT, he has picked up on that wrestling very well.
He has.
That dude
Like we said,
is
if he does-
tremendous.
And if he don't make it in the big leagues of WWE, he's always a good mouthpiece.
That's true.
A future Jimmy Hart.
There you go. What I'm afraid of is when the two of them go onto the main roster, they're going to split them up because Colin Cassidy is 7 foot tall. He can face someone like the Big Show.
Or Kane.
Or Kane.
Or Mark Henry.
Or Mark Henry.
Or Kane.
By the time the two of them
Okay.
by the time the two of them come up to the main roster, the
Okay.
three of them need to be gone.
Or Kane.
No.
Or Kane. Or Kane.
No.
Or Kane. Or the Big Show.
Like I said, the three of them guys need to be gone by the time that tag team comes.
You're right.
Then next we had, and I will say this bar none, this next match of the night, They did better than Tyler Breeze and Finn Balor, and because of the way the main event is, this match was already going to be designed to be a better match. Because the main event was for the furthering stories.
Yes, it was more furthering stories than anything.
Yes, but this NXT Women's Championship match, Sasha Banks defeated the new and improved look of Becky Lynch, apparently doing a steampunk look.
Yes, with
and
red,
she did
red
very
hair,
well with the red
hair,
the orange hair, the fiery red, as they said.
Yeah, steampunk orange.
Yeah, she had the goggles and everything. Apparently, it was pretty neat.
And you didn't know, was Sasha going to keep it?
Well, when you see someone with a new look, you think, oh, they're going to get it.
And they played up like she was going to get it.
Yes, but Sasha Banks said, you know what? You could hurt my arm. Guess what I'm going to do to you? I'm going to hurt your arm too.
Yeah.
That arm was the main focus of that match, but it wasn't just rest holds of hurting your arm. I mean, it was back and forth. And then that one spot where it was all over.
The bank statement off the top,
where she come up and pulled her down from that one arm, and I guess she was kind of doing the arm across the knees, is what it kind of looked like she was doing. And then go into the bank statement, which is kind of a crippler crossface.
Kind of.
Just saying. Right. But that was an excellent match. 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, yeah. The women
match
in
of
NXT, I don't know who's running the women down there in NXT, but they get time and it shows.
It's almost better for those women not to go to the main roster.
No, because you go
because you've seen what's happening to Emma.
You get to be in the spotlight in NXT to 30-second matches or less.
You've seen what happened to Emma on the main roster, and Paige is really she's done well, but she still has to do the short matches sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're kind of picking the last couple of weeks.
They're picking up a little
with Paige, Naomi, and Nikki.
Right.
Because they look like they're taking Brie out of the picture.
Interesting.
Saying she needs to go to psychiatrist because of what's wrong with her husband. So they kind of take her out of the picture. Which, you're just working. All three of them have hit each other with a move.
Right.
And it's going to be the triple threat for Elimination Chamber. And if they give them enough time, I mean, if they just think with the 5 matches they have right now, everybody can have enough time to showcase what they do.
Yes, because it doesn't have to be a full-fledged, like, big pay-per-view type thing.
It doesn't. And five
and Elimination Chambers take a little while anyway.
Yeah,
you get the time.
I'd rather be 5 matches and don't rush it.
Right.
If you're giving us 3 hours, like regular, don't rush it.
Right. Then it may be a 2-hour thing because it's on the network, which is fine either way.
I haven't looked to see. I mean, already come on schedule pretty soon. How long it's going to be?
Pretty soon. But finally, the main event, NXT champion Kevin Owens taking on Sami Zayn. This match ended in a no contest. I honestly thought.
To the powerbomb onto the.
But Sami Zayn, though, all the way up until that point, had an answer for everything Kevin Owens did.
Yes.
So much to the point where Kevin Owens, I think, was a little scared. I don't think he thought he was going to retain.
No.
He was getting nervous, and then Sami came in and thought he had, everything won, and he jumped up, and that's where the pop-up powerbomb happened. I mean...
Right onto the apron again.
Yes, exactly. But did you see how he kind of placed himself in the right spot? Sami Zayn was like, okay.
Yes.
He kind of
and
turned
then got
into
drugged back in. Then all hell broke loose. He got drugged back into the ring. Got chairs involved. William Regal got involved.
I think he scared JoJo a little bit. Because he was like, yeah!
He probably did.
I'm assuming that's who was
He got one whack with the chair before our newest NXT superstars arrived on the scene.
Huge. I mean, he even attacked William Regal.
Yeah. Regal.
Regal put his hands on him first.
He did, but he is the GM. He told him to stop.
He did tell him to stop.
So he said, "Hey, you don't listen to me. I'm gonna force you to listen."
Yeah.
And but he got a headbutt, and Regal was gone. So I don't know what's gonna lead with that situation.
Oh, the Jim Cornette.
But when that music hit,
the crowd was insane.
The crowd went crazy. The expression on Kevin Owens' face spoke millions of words.
Like millions of dollars.
And Samoa Joe. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Samoa Joe appeared on NXT.
And he got
face
Kevin Owens away.
To face, yes.
He got Kevin Owens away so that they could get the medics and everything over there to them. And it looks like he's going to have a similar deal of what Brian Kendrick and Rhino have, where they're basically part-time wrestlers there. And the only new thing for his stipulation, obviously it keeps his name, just like, Rhino just has to change his letter.
Right, they changed and Taz added a Z.
Right. And then with Brian Kendrick, they just say the Brian Kendrick because they own that the thing already. But anyway.
Yes, and with CM Punk, I guess they worked on the same deal, other than he was a full-time guy. So.
Right, but Samoa Joe has worked a deal with it looks like a Rhino type deal in NXT. So because he's still picking up indie dates. I saw where he's still picking up indie dates.
I bet you WWE gets first crack. We need you.
Right.
You come
and it looks like that's what Rhino's got going too, because he's been pretty consistent staying over there. You know, on all the shows. So. But it's amazing to me. He has a T-shirt right away. I mean, they were ready to go.
Yeah, like they knew. He come out with a Samoa Joe.
Isn't that weird though that when they did the Q&A with Triple H, they asked about Samoa Joe.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, you know, we'd like to work with him in the future. We don't know what's going to happen next, though. We're not sure what we're going to do.
Thank you, Hunter, for finally playing the crowd. Say, don't change none of your dates. Keep everything like it is. I'll say what I have to say, and nobody, if they don't see you, will not know.
And I heard he even had a meeting backstage with all the production people, all of the wrestlers, all of management, and said thank you to all of you for keeping his debut a secret. Because apparently people backstage knew about it, and no one gave it away.
That's good. I'm glad.
Finally.
Yeah, that's what, Brian, that will help wrestling a lot.
A lot more.
Keep your damn mouth shut. No texting, none of that other stuff.
Right.
When you know something's going to happen, that's going to be a groundbreaking experience, be it WWE, Ring of Honor, or TNA, shut up.
Yep.
Let the fans enjoy it live. I loved it back in the day when you didn't know.
Yeah.
When Sid showed up, you're like, wow. When Flair showed up in the WWE, when Lex showed back up on WCW, I mean, it's just...
Rick Rude on the same night.
Yes, that's just stuff that needs to come back. I think that would help wrestling more than anything else.
Yep. I mean, yes, we are internet wrestling community right here, but we do not go over spoilers.
No.
We go over it after it happens, people, because there's no sense in spoilers. We talk about what happened and our reaction to that, whereas everybody else wants to, I was there on Tuesday night SmackDown, and I'm just going to tell everybody in the world what happened. Who cares? Let them watch it for themselves.
Right.
But great show, great unstoppable takeover show.
Another great NXT.
Can't wait till the next NXT takeover.
I know. Which should be probably
July or August, yeah. I mean, because I'm thinking it's Samoa Joe versus what's his name?
Oh yes.
Versus
Kevin
Owens. Where does that fit Finn Balor into? Does he just get his title shot during the weekly show? That's what happened last time. He didn't get a takeover title shot. So that's kind of where he could go with his storyline. Be like, you know what? I've worked this hard. I'm this over with the crowd. And every time I get a title shot, you wonder why I'm mad. You wonder why I'm attacking people to make opportunities easier for me. Because every time I'm a contender, just on a weekly show. But all these people just to get to come in and keep coming in and keep coming in. Oh, here you are. There you go.
I'm here. Somebody's off injured. And I'm here every week.
Yeah.
And he comes back and he gets a shot.
Samoa Joe shows up right away. You know he's in the title match.
Yes.
Kevin Owens showed up, and within less than 2 months, he had a title match. To the day. He had a title match and won the belt. Finn Balor's just been kind of hanging out. So I could see where they could go with the bitter storyline.
Of course.
So it totally works. I'm throwing my pin away.
And maybe that's why Joe won't win the title. Maybe Finn comes in and attacks Joe and Kevin Owens.
There you go.
Hey, if it's a takeover, it's going to be great. So it don't matter what it is.
Exactly. People know what
We'll
they're doing.
figure something in July, probably.
And next, we're going to talk about a disgruntled no, Lord, don't give him that kind of credit.
No.
TNA employee.
A former WWE employee.
That's really jumped on that TNA bandwagon.
Who can't stand being fired. Hey, dude, that happens every day.
Here's one for you. Shit it and go away.
Yes, Josh Mathews. Mr. TNA Josh Mathews, I guess.
He is singing the praises of that company.
Can't keep a...
Dixie must really be stroking that ego.
It must be. Josh Mathews, please, please, please. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Won't you just talk good about your company? He brought up talking about Samoa Joe showing up on NXT. How the WWE called him Samoa Joe. He's still pissed when they didn't bring up that Sting worked for TNA.
Right.
Are they really going to say your name? They wouldn't say WCW for years.
Right.
The only reason they mentioned WCW is because they had to.
Yep.
So when TNA makes them have to,
Yes.
then they'll say something.
Give them a reason to talk about you.
But by September, they may not be around anymore. So,
Basically,
Josh.
what he's upset about is he says, how did the NXT announcers know who Samoa Joe was if we are obscurity in their world? At one point, the most promising up-and-coming name in commentary, Josh Mathews, has either devolved or just now revealed his hidden bitterness and contempt since leaving WWE in 2014. First off, Samoa Joe was long before TNA, and somehow he managed to retain relevance with the fans despite many years of TNA wasting his potential. Joe was going to be a star no matter where he worked.
10 years in TNA.
And he was in Ring of Honor before. He should have left years ago. Second, you would think they'd be allowing him to continue using his name. No doubt a brilliant demand on the part of Samoa Joe during negotiations was actually more of an acknowledgement of the success he found in TNA rather than some imagined slight. What did you want them to do? Drop TNA balloons from the full ceiling?
Yes, that's
I would
what he wanted.
I would have to assume the obscurity line is in reference to Sting. WWE never once mentioned his tenure on Impact, other than to say that he was lost in obscurity during the twilight of his career. Even if there was a problem to talk about, it's not Josh Mathews' battle to fight. He wasn't even in the door by the time Sting walked out of it. One last thing, playing the I'm allowed to have my own opinion card after saying something colossally stupid on social media is so beyond you, Josh. Or maybe it's not. You're one step away from playing the I was hacked card. Jim Ross had an opinion too. Maybe you should take your own advice and just go away.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's so stupid. Guess what? He was not in TNA first. He was actually in Ring of Honor first. Yeah. And by using his name, maybe they're not even, because if you notice, with Daniel Bryan, with Seth Rollins, with all these other Ring of Honor guys, they have acknowledged Ring of Honor. They have put it on their television shows. Yeah. They have put it on their website.
They let you know they were in Ring of Honor.
So they have a working relationship where they talk about Ring of Honor. They don't have a working relationship with TNA because guess what? TNA doesn't give them a reason to talk about them. So by using Samoa Joe's name, they're referencing Ring of Honor. They're praising Ring of Honor because that's where Joe really and truly became famous.
Trust me, they can pull out some footage of Ring of Honor when they want to do some footage of Kevin Owens and Ring of Honor and Samoa Joe in Ring of Honor. It works.
Because Ring of Honor is smart enough to have a relationship with them where they say, hey, yeah, you can purchase some of this. You can pay this for the right to use it for a video. Because they've used it for Seth Rollins and Daniel Bryan and things of that nature. So it is what it is. But we want to move on.
But that's just like sour grapes.
Because we have given too much time to TNA. And we want to talk about Payback.
Great show.
It was a very, very good show.
I wasn't upset about it at all, except for the kickoff match.
The kickoff match, which I saw KO, and it was KO.
Yes, kickoff.
I'm thinking dark match. But anyway, Axelmania and Macho Man Dow, we both
dig it. Yeah, no.
Yeah. We both
should not have
them
lost
to win, and the Ascension beat them, and it just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
All right, then the first match, we picked Sheamus beating Dolph Ziggler. We both picked Sheamus.
Yeah, after that. With the Axelmania, Mega Powers 2.0, as we call them, and the Ascension. If these two teams continue on and are dreaded tag team goal down the line somewhere, Mega Powers will win tag team champions for the Ascension.
Yes. I think they were just getting the Ascension over with that win because the Ascension was going to be Elimination Champion.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, Sheamus, we both picked to beat Dolph Ziggler, and who won that match? Sheamus, so we both picked.
A clean win.
Yes. Well, not exactly, not a clean win. That was a Crimson Mask.
Not for Dolph, no.
Probably, what, 12 stitches or so?
10, it said.
Woo! 2 out of 3 Falls Tag Team title match. Excellent, excellent match. We both picked New Day to retain against Cesaro and Kid, and guess what? New Day retained.
But Cesaro and Kid took the first fall. New Day evened it up. And then with a little trickery.
Little trickery.
Because Xavier Woods and Kofi look a little bit the same when the referee can't see their face. He snuck in, took the pin. And then snuck out, and right in the way where Kofi was, you look up, Kofi's sitting over there, so you don't know.
Exactly. And then we had Bray Wyatt taking on Ryback, and we both picked Bray Wyatt. And who won the match?
Bray Wyatt, like he should have.
Exactly. And then we had King Barrett, which Mike chose, versus Neville. which I chose. And who won that match?
Might count out it was Neville.
Exactly, so I got that one.
Very
U.S. title I Quit match. Very good match.
Yes.
John Cena taking on Rusev. And we both picked John Cena because we're not stupid.
No.
And John Cena retained the title. The Bella Twins taking on Naomi and Tamina.
Yes.
I had the Bella Twins. You had Naomi and Tamina.
And who won?
Naomi and Tamina won.
Thank you.
Exactly. So the
that's
ones
our
we split.
That's
we
our
split
split
right there.
Yes, yeah, that was our split.
Exactly.
And in the main event, a fabulous fatal four-way.
Fabulous. Oh, see the letter F there? You went with that? I see a fabulous fatal four-way.
It was a fabulous fatal four-way.
Funny.
Kane was a little bit involved too much, but it's okay.
A little much.
It's okay.
A little much.
When you're on your way out, we can understand why he was involved so much. But we picked Seth Rollins to retain the championship.
Because again, we're not stupid.
And he retained his championship.
That's right. Up next, though, May the 31st.
Next weekend on episode 60.
Episode 60. It will be airing as before we film. We will film and then we will watch that.
But it's only on their network, so if you ain't got the network, you better
get it.
Dial
It's
it up.
still free right now if you ain't ever got it
if you ain't
before.
ever got it, it's free.
So we have the WWE Tag Team Championship Elimination Chamber match with the New Day defending against Cesaro Kid, Lucha Dragons, the Ascension, the Primetime Players, and Los Matadores.
And the Matadores should be gone. Ooh.
The other ones are really good.
The Ascension should be gone. Leave Primetime Players there. Lucha Dragons, Cesaro New Day. Then everybody gets some sets because the Cesaro and Kid will be gone. Then the Players will be gone. Leave you with New Day and Lucha Dragons, and the New Day will retain.
Exactly.
We're kind of going over. Do you think the same thing? New Day will retain?
I think they'll retain.
Because see, by the time we do this, I'm putting it on the Facebook page, but we're going right quick.
Yes.
What we got now? Okay.
Exactly. And then we have the Divas Championship Triple Threat match with Nikki Bella defending against Paige and Naomi.
Oh,
that's a hard one.
That is a hard one.
Because Naomi's on her way out.
And I thought
and Nikki's had the belt
when she turned heel and debuted as a heel, that's when I picked her that time and wrong. At least I got the tag team match.
But Paige is now back, so does she get revenge on Naomi by winning? And
like I said, they've all hit each other.
Right, but see, with Paige mainly being against Naomi, she could pin her, and Nikki could never be involved in the situation. Right. So we may see a new champion. I'm still kind of leery on that one. I don't know what I want to pick there.
I know that one's true there because you could go Naomi finally because she has Tamina.
But I still think we need a new champion.
We do.
Nikki's been the champion for a long while.
As a heel and a face. She never did. She's just a champion.
Exactly. And then we have the Intercontinental Championship Elimination Chamber match, which is going to be very difficult to figure out.
Not for one. The five of them, but the first one I tell you, R-Truth is not going to be your Intercontinental Champion.
No.
Because he hates spiders.
He does hate spiders, and I think that Ryback will not win it because Bray Wyatt will have some trickery going on inside the Elimination Chamber, even though he's not in it. There's going to be some kind of trickery going on.
I may go with who they're promoting already.
They're already promoting Sheamus, but I don't know.
I know. That's right. So I may.
I don't know because there's a storyline inside this match.
So far, all we know for sure is New Day is keeping the tag team titles.
Yes. Because then you got King Barrett, and I don't think he'll get it. But Dolph and Rusev have a storyline going right now. Is Lana just suckering in Dolph Ziggler to help Rusev win in the Elimination Chamber somehow?
Ooh.
Ha 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 ha. See, you didn't go there, did you?
No.
Or is Lana going to
Dolph got lust in his eyes.
Exactly. Or is Dolph going to win and go off in the sunset with the girl as she becomes CJ Perry?
As the truth comes out, she's really American.
Exactly, and the accent finally goes away. But that's my thing. I don't know. I mean, it could. I mean, they're advertising Sheamus.
Three. Yeah.
But it's either between Dolph, Sheamus, or Rusev.
And since we picked three, we're only going to say maybe two. We only get two choices.
There you go. And then we have in a non-title match, correct? Mm-hmm. They have not said it's for the title.
On the website, it is not.
I mean, why be for the title? He stepped on it. He don't care. He don't want the belt. It's going to be John Cena, non-title matchup, taking on Kevin Owens. So it's the U.S. champion taking on the NXT champion. And if you really want to get NXT over, Kevin Owens needs to win this match somehow.
And you know what?
It's not for a title, so it won't hurt John Cena.
If it was for the title, it wouldn't hurt John Cena.
That's true too. It's his legacy, man.
No, he's not bringing legacy. So thank goodness. We'll see what happens this Monday on Raw.
Right.
But yeah, it needs to be Owens. We know, Owens fans, y'all hate John Cena, no wonder. No. What's best for business?
What's best for business is putting NXT over.
You call me Triple H. Or Stephanie, I don't care. It's best for business. Thank you. But yes, no title on the line. Reads Kevin Owens.
Yes.
Sneaks a win.
Yes,
he's a heel.
He needs to cheat. He needs to cheat for sure.
Foot on the road. Grab the short.
Because you know John Cena doesn't lose clean.
No.
John Cena never loses clean, so it's not going to happen. But our last match will be a WWE World Heavyweight title match, which I think is a mistake for this type of event. I say let's focus on the other belts.
Yes.
The lower titles. But this is going to be a throwaway match because what's after this? What's pay-per-views after this?
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. So I do not see this person winning. I see this person retaining. I see in the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, Seth Rollins will retain against Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
And then Dean Ambrose can go into the Money in the Bank.
I like Dean to win the title. That would shock the world.
It would shock the world, but I don't think that they're ready for Seth. He's up on the upswing.
Because what they're reading into it right now, it's going to be Brock and Seth at SummerSlam.
Interesting.
And Roman may get thrown in if he wins the Money in the Bank, but hell, Dean may win the Money in the Bank.
I think Dean and Roman will both be in it. The Money in the Bank.
No,
for
Roman
sure.
already put his name in it. Came told him.
You know what's going to happen. They'll make him fight his way into it and beat J&J Security and Kane to get in there. And then last but not least, WrestleCade news very quickly. Only 2 new names. Drew Galloway, who was in the main event of last year's WrestleCade, will be returning again this year for WrestleCade, November the 28th. And in the first time ever person to attend WrestleCade, ladies and gentlemen.
What's first timer?
First timer.
A virgin to WrestleCade.
That's well, because where I was going to go, that would have got weird. It's going to be a guy who has a lot of head. He does.
Not too much of a virgin anymore. So.
No, not a virgin at all. Ladies and gentlemen, Al Snow with head will be there.
Or maybe Head's going to be there with Al Snow.
Hey.
Maybe the Head's coming to WrestleCade and Al Snow is coming along.
So,
just for the ride.
So hopefully the ladies aren't too excited to see him. Yeah, and he might get a little happy. But anyway.
Al Snow about Venus now.
I'm talking about Head.
Oh, Head, okay.
So anyway, Drew Galloway, Al Snow, and
Head, yes.
They will all be there at WrestleCade. Those are the 2 new names. And next week, because we had a lot going over here, we will talk more about Global Force if there's anything in Ring of Honor, WrestleCade, and Indy News next week. As there won't be a ton like there was here with all the matches going on. So, and hopefully people got to watch the Lucha Libre IPPV, whatever it was called. I'm waiting to see the results of that because apparently there was a dream team.
There was.
With Rey Mysterio, Alberto El Patron, and the original Sin Cara. And TNA was there, Ring of Honor was there, Lucha Underground was there, AAA was there, and all Japan was there.
Why don't Dixie? I hope Dixie was there. She could hire Rey Mysterio. Oh my God, he quit wrestling.
Yeah, he was going to go and act.
Going acting. Booyaka, booyaka!
I'm alive.
Then Alberto wants to face Goldberg. What in the world is wrong with Alberto? And then fake Sin Cara.
It's all about that money. Fake Sin Cara. Botch Sin Cara.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Botch Sin Cara.
Botchamania specials.
That's true. I mean, those Botchamanias are filled with just him all the time.
All right, we wasted 34 minutes of your time.
We did waste for 34 minutes of your time, but I am Justin Carter.
And I am, as always, Mike Hogan. And come back in a few clicks to part 2 as we talk about SummerSlam 1992. The SummerSlam you thought you'd never see.
But you can see it on the network for only $9.99.
That's right. Or free if you.
Or free in the month of May.
Or free in the month of July.
Probably, yeah. So we'll see you
in a few clicks. They're not going to get away for June. It's going to Austin and all him.
Exactly. I mean, it's just smart. I mean, they
Suck
get
them into May.
because they get this right here on May 31st, and then boom, right after that they're like, well, you got to pay for it now. So.